You're listening to the Show We Go Baseball podcast.
It was a big year for you. Like, no way to put it any other way. It was, you made your MLB debut. You're got added to the 40 man. Obviously you're still on the 40 man. So now that you kind of had a chance to kind of like take a break, because I do remember something you told me. I think one of the last days in Worcester, you were like, dude, I am tired. You had an exhausting year, but now that you've kind of had a chance to take a step away and kind of be like, okay, this is how the year went. Like, how would you kind of describe your 2023 season?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I accomplished what I was going for. It was obviously that first step was the debut, and I felt like coming over to the Red Sox in the Rule 5, it's like I just felt like obviously they saw something they liked, but it was also, this is a whole new organization. No one knows me, so it's like I have to prove myself all over again. And I feel like when I'm in a spot like that, it makes me perform better. But so, yeah, I mean, I thought I had a great year in AAA. Had the ups and downs in the big leagues, but it was, I think overall, it was just a successful year for me.
And so I know I had talked to you about some things, and you've obviously you talked to quite a bit of people, and the story on you getting called up was absolutely fantastic. Just being at Yankee Stadium and all that. So I'll steer away from that one just because I feel like you've answered that question a ton, and it's out there. But it was pretty cool, by the way, though, that I did ask you, like, hey, which series do you want whenever we were in the Blue Sox clubhouse? And you said, I want Yankee Stadium, and it happened. I don't know like if fate's like a thing or not, but I think that was fate. But okay, other than that, though, so what was something, I guess, that you learned from your MLB stint this year? Like, not like, I guess, necessarily the numbers, like, oh, my ERA was this or that, but like, what kind of, like, I guess, intangibles were you kind of taken away from that? Be like, okay, like, I'm going to apply this for next season.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you just got to be ready to go every day in the bullpen. Especially me, it's, if someone's going to get thrown into some situation like how Houck got hit in the face last year, it's like I'm the guy that's going in. So it's pretty much you got to be on call at all times. You got to be ready to go, keep your body healthy. Obviously, the long year caught up to me at the end, and I think that contributed to some of the struggles I had towards the end. But I think keeping my body in shape and arm in shape, so I'm able to maintain velo, all that, and hopefully increase velo as the year goes on. I feel like that's a big part of it.
And Chris, I saw you on mute. I didn't know if you wanted to add something or.
No, I was going to throw out, were there any sort of, obviously, again, the call up and stuff like that, but were there any other surprises for you though this past season between being in Worcester and being with the Red Sox that was kind of outside the norm for you, throughout your professional career?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's always interesting to see the differences between, two organizations. It's my first time in another organization. But I mean, I think these guys do a great job. It was very hands-on from, the second I got there. It seems like, they have all the pieces in place to develop guys. And I felt like they were, hands-on with me, and it seemed like they actually cared about me. You know what I mean? So it makes you want to get better. It makes you want to win for, not only the players and like the staff, it's like the front office, all them. Like at the end of the year, it's like we're all one. So, but it was just really cool being in, getting up to the show for the first time, meeting guys like, Chris Sale. That's someone who I looked up to for a long time, and, just like similar arm slot, slinging lefty. And it's just good to know that he's like a really good dude. Like all those dudes in the clubhouse, Turner, all them, just a bunch of good dudes. So yeah, it was a good experience.
And I guess I want to piggyback on that. So when you did get up to the Red Sox bullpen, like, did you, obviously you mentioned like Sale and some other guys, and you came from a bullpen that had, I think, 7 lefties in Worcester that you were competing against to get up to. It was absolutely insane how many left-handers were down there. But when you got up there, did you kind of bounce any ideas off of like a guy like Bernardino or any of the guys in the pen?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got pretty close to Bernie. We're pretty similar. He's like a lower slot lefty too. And, he's got a similar mentality as I do. You want to have that like bulldog mentality in the bullpen. And I think that was a big reason for his success. Like he doesn't care who he's facing. Like he's going balls to the wall the whole time. So we have a good relationship. Chris Martin, he was unbelievable this year, as locked down as it gets. He was a big time leader out there. Kenley, Pavetta, all of them. It was just cool being around them. Something I also thought, like coming into the big leagues, is I always wanted to see like what's this guy's stuff like that's that's keeping them here, like getting them these contracts, what makes them successful. And it's cool to see, like someone like Pavetta. I hadn't seen him throw that much, but that dude's stuff is electric. And it's like, this is why this dude's been around for however many years. And you kind of see how these dudes operate. Marty, just as consistent, hitting all his spots. Like it's just, it was an eye-opening experience.